Hey, look, we're in a proper meeting now.
Wow.
Welcome. It's a thing. We got stuff and things to discuss. Oh my goodness. Wow. I know there's a list of things we need to discuss. It's quite large, but we're limited on time. So let's see here. In terms of meeting notes, I don't know if I mentioned this yet to the main group, but the economy team is now actively accessing the equipment guide to help out, so that should be going faster now, which is good stuff. I've made a whole bunch of feats. When inspiration strikes, kind of just kind of gotta flow with it. So even though I need to focus on the equipment guide, feats were needed to be made. They need to be updated. They need to be looked at. They're just there until we drop this. So if there's anything that needs to be changed, anything that needs to be fixed, let's on go and do that. Um, Another major update I've done is for the civilian class, and that one is also on hold until the updates have been confirmed. Um, there will be things that need to be nerfed for this. I just kind of gave a blanket. Here's my ideas. Let's see what people feel like. Um, so I think if we look at the civilian class first, then we can go to the next thing. Well, especially since Lexi's typing up their notes that we need to go for. All right. So for civilian, the base civilian feature has the benefit of your downtime XP accrues without loss. So normally, whenever you hit like a level up, if you have any excess that you would gain, so like if you gain 3, but you only need 2 to level up, it would just give you 2. That no longer happens. They just keep gaining. Um,
Rollover XP.
yeah, essentially. Additionally, I have it listed here where they only require 20 XP ticks instead of 30. I imagine this one will probably be the one that gets removed. Because the other thing that is meant to help boost them is through their specialized feature. So, like, um, scroll down to find it. Here we go. The entrepreneur's enterprising feature that gives them bonus XP ticks for their particular downtime activities. Um, that one's been boosted from 4 XP ticks to 5 XP ticks. So they would need 6 days spent to gain a level up, or they would need 4 days spent to gain a level up, or not a level up, but an XP drop. So if we keep both, it'd be 4 days. If we keep one of them, it'd be 6 days. Or 5 days, depending on if they stick with 4. So, what are people's thoughts on that? We're also probably going to be getting rid of the my mind's blanking. What was the thing we're probably going to get rid of? I like literally had the idea pop in my head. I was like, oh yeah, we were going to do this, and then instantly left my head. Anyways, let's see what people are typing about. Civs can hit the same progression as adventurers. There's currently the cap is level 5, so both
I
civilians and adventurers can hit level 100 experience gained. Oh, right now their best bet, as currently listed on the class, is 5. Though I think they can hit 6 for. I actually think 6 is tied purely to adventure downtime. Yeah, adventuring is the only one that gives you 6. Everything else is like 4 at the max. So Yeah, they also get 50% more downtime per period. So them being able to boost this pretty, it's definitely an overcorrection somewhat, I'd say. So if we keep
It
pit fighting at 6, that way that doesn't seem outshined as like the go-to for you want to gain XP. Um, Maybe just get rid of the change from 30 to 20, just so it's uniform.
I think without actually personally seeing it in action, I'm not quite sure how I feel about it because you can put numbers on paper as much as you want, but until you actually see it, in my opinion, it's hard to tell how good a change it might be.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me. My brain works weird.
That's kind of why in chat I was trying to recontextualize it. Like, how much XP do they actually get? So if their maximum option is ticks per 4 ticks per day,
Mm-hmm.
then they can get 20 XP per progression, and that means only in 5 progressions they'll be max level. Which, with adventures, they might get to that point anyway, and then we could just go to tier 2 faster. I don't know if people even want that.
That's not how going up in tier 2 works.
Yeah, we can
Blast.
make it work
Are
like
we
that.
looking at 6 per day or 5 per day? Like 6 per day, like adventuring? Is that what we were just saying? Or
Pit
Well,
fighting is the highest with 6.
if they get 40,
so yeah, whatever, 45 times 6. I would say that like that's a 30-day
oh wait,
period for them. So 270, divide that by what? 20 ticks? 13.5 is the math I'm coming up with here. Although I'm kind of also terrible at math randomly.
Well, I guess the question is if we want them to level up that fast or not. If we want to, like, I think once the majority of players get to like level 5, we kind of want, they'll innately want to push past 5.
mm-hmm.
I know initially we were always talking about like kind of the idea of them staying under adventures slightly. Otherwise, there was the whole like, what's the point of adventuring thing or something like that. But I mean, we don't want them too far behind either.
Yeah, which is why I
I
kind of
think
overcorrect
they've
a little
been
bit.
gaining okay. Like, I don't know. Like the it was just recently changed again, right? Like to 4 days or something.
A while ago, I'd say back in like September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's still not hitting quite the sweet spot, which is why I overcorrected to see which one of these options people would feel is the best option. Because if we make it so they get more XP ticks, that just all around feels good. If we make it so the XP ticks required to level up is lower, uh, it feels more like a class feature. Is why I kind of gave both options. Both will make them faster. If we keep both entirely, they're just super freaking fast at gaining downtime XP. But if we keep the 20 XP ticks to gain XP drop compared to 30 XP ticks to gain XP drop, that is just outright a class feature that adjusts something for them, which will feel, it feels more like something that they'd be gaining rather than just I get slightly more XP ticks for these particular days. Because there's still better options for them, like pit fighting, as an example, which if they wanted to pit fight, they could still do that with the 20 XP drop or 20 XP ticks.
I think maybe yeah, keeping it with the 20 and then keeping in line like they still gain kind of just a little bit less XP than adventurers do is in general a good way to keep them in line. Because I definitely think adventurers should be making more experience at least for
Yeah.
doing shit.
Yeah, I mean with quest lines and whatnot, they'll definitely be making more XP. Like
There's that
one
too.
mission, they can drop a fat stack of XP for them. What do you mean?
It should be yeah.
Yeah, tier 2 would be 6. Yeah, because proficiency bonus of 3 multiplied by tier of 2 would be 6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
just kind of looking forward, like, if we kept this in tier 2, comparing those numbers. Looking forward.
That's fair.
The thing a lot of people need to realize is the reason a lot of people we projected for people being 5 by winter was the fact that once we hit tier 2, it starts to get really slow.
Yeah.
It gets really slow. That's the point.
Yeah, level 5 to leveling past level 5, we're now on the medium track instead of the fast track. And then once we hit level 10, it's going to be going from the medium track to the slow track. So it's people are going to start leveling up pretty slow.
Like, just contextually, to get from level 5 to level 6, you need 50 more XP, which is, half of the total XP you've gotten to this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like this was our intended thought was that once you get tier 2, we'll start seeing people start equaling out more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. From the sounds of it, though, I think dropping the XP tick from 5 to 4, so back to the original, and keeping the 30 to 20 seems to be the good method right now. It's nice in the middle ground, I'd say. Yeah, I mean, this would also, as you say, Shadow, would not overshadow the ones that are intended to be the XP goes to. So, like, it would make practicing a profession, which is already really freaking solid, like the go-to, because it's just that good. So if we do the 4 tick 20 instead of the 5 tick or whatnot, it doesn't overshadow these other things. So even if you are biased, it is just an outright it would make sense.
Just out of curiosity, what are the numbers once proficiency bonus hits 4? Like, just looking at tier 3. I'm just curious.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Proficiency bonus of 4 be 12 XP gain per drop, which at 4 would be 5 days per 12 XP essentially.
Yeah,
Hmm.
assuming they have 45 days, because I think 30 tends to be our baseline DTD drop.
Yeah.
Like, quick math.
Is it 27?
Perhaps we should change the XP drop from the current system of proficiency times tier to just be proficiency plus tier.
So 5 instead of 6. At least in tier 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, in tier 2, yeah. It would make things. It would make a decrease of XP the higher you get, because just at tier 4, as it currently stands, that would be 12 XP. If it's proficiency plus tier, that would set it to 7.
About that,
I
yeah.
will also mention that increases tier 1 XP gain.
It would
As
increase
written.
tier 1 XP gain, yeah. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. The concern is definitely valid, though, that spending 4 days, or in the case of someone who's doing like adventuring or pit fighting, actually, I think there are also 4 days, maybe 5. 4 or 5 days, about there, to gain 12 XP. That is in a drop of 30, which tends to be our average. That would be about 48 XP for one downtime if someone just focuses on XP gain.
Yeah, and then civilians would have the extra. If it's 5 days per, they would have the extra 3 bouts of XP on it.
Yeah, which I think that's not too terrible, but I'd
That's
want it to be a bit
tier
slower.
3. That's just tier 3. We
Yeah.
have a whole like 3 more proficiency bonus increases.
Yeah,
to
tier
that.
6, so it'd be 6 times 6. Yeah,
That's
no, I think
36.
it should definitely be nerfed from a multiplier to just a bonus. Yeah, definitely. So for civilians, changing theirs to keep the 20, remove it from 5 to 4, so it still feels like a class feature type of bonus. Change the downtime options from a multiplier to a additive bonus. And that should hopefully fix those things going forward. Let's see here. I already know I'm doing with trained, where I'm going to limit some things there, so I'm not too worried about that one needing to be looked at. Because I've already got a lot of feedback from that one.
Yeah, that carryover one is weird.
That's fair. Would people want to get rid of that entirely or keep it? Because right now, civilians have a class feature update that just removes it for them specifically, but we could just remove it entirely. That way people don't have to worry about doing weird math stuff. It would simplify things, is my main reason of thinking about getting rid of it. It would give them more experience, which is a downside, I think, but it would simplify things.
Yeah, I think it's easier for that, and but still keep the idea that we have the cap, keeping stuff capped. Like if you're capped at 5, you still can't gain ticks and whatnot. But yeah, it gets silly because like even for my character, like I'm doing 9 days of adventuring, so 4 XP, and I'm taking one of my DM experience to use it.
Yes. Speaking of
So,
DM experience, we'll be discussing that soon in a moment. But we're
like, yeah,
likely buffing it pretty
it's
heavily.
weird. And yeah, I did that just to avoid the losing the XP for spending extra days or whatever, because it cuts the value of the downtime in half. But yeah, I think simplifying is easiest for that, but keeping the cap. I'm hesitant on topic two about how that is done, um, because of things like when it comes to interactivity and whatnot. The concern I guess I would have is I don't want someone to be like, oh well, my retired character, say they bring them back out of retirement. I don't want them to be like, oh well, my retired character was here. They now have all this knowledge that of being here now, type of thing. Like that's a little that's where I kind of have the weird lines of like trying to still control your own narrative to a degree, like while you're retired is a little off. Like I'm okay with it, like you being where you want to be, like and like the being happy with like where your character's like retired and chilling at. But like I don't really like the idea of like being able to possibly dictate like what happened on the in between time on the off chance you decided to bring your character have your character come back. To use it as an it's got to be hard retired. That's an option too. Then I guess I didn't realize that. Okay, I thought they were just offering something as like a soft retired, yeah, like and then like come back and then be like, oh, I was like, I'll just say like Bloss is looking like right now like to go to the faction, like, and I'm not saying that that's what they're gonna do, but just the idea of don't want them to be a comeback and decide that they want their character after say crafting's fixed up and whatnot, and then they go, yeah, now I can have you know access to all the information that was at the faction, like, so yeah, hard retired would work for that, unless other people have thoughts on that. I don't know.
Remember that once a character is hard retired, they do not get word how the character is set. It's up to the DM or staff.
That's essentially what I'm getting at, yeah.
They are now an NPC for the DM or staff to use. The player does not get say on how it gets used because it is hard retired and no longer theirs.
I can see only hard retired. Yeah. Yeah, if we need some GM flexibility, I can see that too. Especially if we know from like in character, uh, these two characters shared like a bond. They fought a war together. They'd be okay with training each other. I'm okay with certain things like that. If there's some like major connections, allowing us some flexibility. Base rule though, I'd say it has to be hard retire. Um, and has to stick with the normal training costs, which will be added in a moment. Because like, why would the character give their training for free, especially to some random?
Yeah.
So like, I know we have people who just give away stuff for free. Um, but that's more because they're treating it like a game. and less like what the character would normally do. Like, yeah, they'll give some stuff away for free, but there's certain moments where actions are taken that are very much more gamey than they are realism. Like there's something in um, Judgment Chambers right now that we will be discussing at some point regarding a potential denial of a trade. So,
Yes.
yeah, as an example. Anyways, next topic. While you load that up, I'm going to load up my own page because I need to bring this up. Let's see here. I think it's under Rules Errata and Syrik. I think so. Here we go. All right. For XP gain, for GM, staff, all that good stuff, I'm just going to change it to be flat XP gain rather than XP ticks. Anyone have any issues with that? It seems both community and staff were definitely against this, or sorry, definitely for this. Definitely against us giving ticks though, because like
At least bump up the ticks, I would say. I mean, at full XP, I'm sure everyone's cool with, and yeah, getting rid of the ticks.
Yeah.
But yeah, as was pointed out, like by Sky earlier and whatnot, and in the console thing, like it would take basically like a full campaign to essentially get from 1 to 2.
Yeah.
Like on it.
Additionally,
And
I
that
want
should
to.
maybe be able.
Yeah, it's definitely needs to be boosted. Additionally, I want to give downtime workers some XP as well. I was thinking based on the number of downtimes completed. So if they complete like 4 downtimes, that's an XP drop as an example.
That one, yeah, but that we'd have to try to figure out how that one would be a bit, I think, more balanced out.
Yeah, I'll be looking at
And
the
then
numbers for that
not
one.
have
But
not have competitiveness for it either, to just people
yeah,
rushing to get the XP from each other or something like that. And then again, there's a lot of submissions that can go through as well.
yeah. It's definitely something I'm gonna be looking at because I want to make sure that all the stuff that needs to get done, all the stuff that isn't exactly like fun to do, but we need done. Um, at least there's something gained from it.
It's the type of thing that can definitely go through a test run, though, I think, and we can kind of see how it goes.
Yeah. Welcome back. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna play with numbers. I'll probably be getting back to us on this next week, but I'll be adjusting staff XP for the current values that we have. Yeah, no problem. As for the main road, this is more of a clarification, I feel.
Yes.
Yeah. So clarifying, it's already listed in our RP etiquette, though it's not fully clear that it applies to everything. Yes, if you are traveling from one city to another, you're going from the city to the road to the city. This is listed already in the RP etiquette that if you're traveling from region to region, you're going from wherever you are to the road to the other road to wherever you're going to. You don't actually have to like RP in the road. It's encouraged if you do, per the etiquette rules. But if like something's on the road and might stop you, uh, this is us saying, "Hey, you are actively doing this." The only way to prevent this is if one is teleportation.
Yeah, but the thing is, they should be Googie. They should.
Yeah. So like I don't mind if people just like RP in a city and go to another city and RP there. it saves time. It's fine. I'm not too worried about it. But in character and mechanically speaking, they are going to the road between the cities first, unless they're spending the fee to teleport, which is like 1,400 gold. So I doubt anyone's doing
Nobody's
that.
spending that right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you as a DM or this RP event runner want to be like, give it a bit before you enter and exit, that's perfectly valid too. But, everyone, mechanically speaking, is going from wherever they're starting from, the originating point, from that point to the road, from the road to the new point, where that is starting from country A, from like Karstein, going from Karstein to the road, from the road to Eldiria's road, from Eldiria's road to Scourge, as an example. Or if they're going from, like, say, Karstein to the road to Desislava, again, they are going from the road before they hit these two different cities. So, even if they don't RP in the road. Mechanically speaking, they are, and the only way to prevent going from the road first is to teleport. Like, even with if someone's using like a way shrine as an example, most way shrines are outside of the city. I don't think there's any cities currently in the Living Worlds playable area that have a way shrine inside the city itself. So majority of people are going to be hitting the world road regardless. All right. Yeah, yeah. As for the XP gain, you are right. It does also give influence and GP. Yeah. I mean, we could just convert it to an XP system and then those per a tick system.
Yeah, I don't think the other benefit parts need to really be increased or anything. I think all those are fine. I think it was more just the XP side.
Yeah, it's mostly just the XP side. I forgot I tied them to those benefits too in how they were mechanically gained. Yeah, I think we just have an XP or a tick system for the wealth and influence gain, and then just give a flat XP. We'll figure it out later in terms of the values, but yeah, I'll send you the numbers in a bit, especially since we're almost out of time. Yes, they are generally being increased. Also, people who are doing training duty, I also want to put them on the XP staff gain because we need more staff, and since training team is fairly limited in resources right now, I feel like if we give them boosts, that might help draw people to start helping out there too. So, though we also don't have a lot of people actually in our training program, so maybe that's not
We do
required
not.
just yet.
We do not.
Yeah. If we
We
get a
do not
large
have that many people.
group, though, we'll definitely be adding this. Oh, that's good.
I will, at some point out that if we want to see more growth in adventures, we need to start pushing for more full-time DMs instead of part-times.
Yeah, definitely.
As like, look, like we appreciate both, we really do. But if we want to see growth, we need to start getting more full-time DMs because the full-time DMs are the ones bringing in people.
Yeah. Yeah, the county details should still be in the administration channel, so it should still be linked there, but I can send you the details. I thought I did post it. No, I'm pretty sure I posted it. It's fine. I'll send it again. It doesn't matter. Regardless, though, other than those things, there's some new feats. The Guile feats They're pretty strong, I'd say. I was thinking some of them might actually be separated into two different feats. So, like, um, Agent of Fear, as an example, has 5 benefits to it. Most feats tend to have like between 2 and 4, so it's kind of on the juicier side. So I can see if people think it's a little too powerful, splitting into 2 different feats. But yeah, just a couple ideas there while we're waiting for Legacy to post some more stuff. It's still as a Word document. It's not a Google Doc. No, they were added on to the uh, crafting guide specifically, because I split the equipment guide up into multiple different books, and they're added on as editors for that particular book. Yeah, I've already started the process of splitting it apart. Crafting guide is not a Google Doc. It is a Word document. They just have access to it because I found out how to share access to my Word documents. Even though you think I'd find that earlier, considering the button is literally in the top right that says share. I'm blind. Don't worry about it. It's figured out now. Yeah. But they can work on it. They've been adding some stuff. They've been looking at things, so they've been helping out. If there was a way I could have uh, commenters be added, I'd totally put that available to people who want to suggest things. But I either have viewers or editors, so I can't have someone who's suggesting things only, which is unfortunate. Yeah, Google Docs, the big issue is formatting, and if I convert it to Google Docs, the amount of time I'll have to do spending to fix the formatting is not worth putting it on there. I have to redo every single table. I have to redo every single formatting, every single header. It's a headache. I don't want to deal with it.
God, tables are awful in GDocs.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
so awful.
yeah. So it's remaining as a basic Word file while we're working on it, and it'll eventually be added to World Anvil,
Yeah.
as well as the spreadsheet that we're working on for the overall shopping information. That I don't know if this was talked about in the main meeting, but Economy team, myself, we're working on getting the entirety of the equipment guide on a shopping document, which will automatically have the different regions, various nuances for like cost and whatnot, as well as if, for example, you are shopping with expertise in uh, merchants tools, it will automatically apply that discount for you. So when you just you can just grab your list of what you're buying, output the sheet, and then there you go. Tells you what you need to pay, how long it takes you, all that good stuff. Boom, bam, done. So that's another reason why it's taking a bit longer, is because I want to release the equipment guide with that shopping dock, so everything should just be done and we can be golden and not have to touch it for like a year and a half, maybe more.
The goals.
Yeah.
And until you go down another r- rabbit hole of adding
Yeah.
hats or something.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Hmm.
That's what supplements are for.
We're we're slowly turning the equipment guide into 3.5.
Slowly.
Please don't.
Here's our new book, How to Craft Socks.
Die.
They already have how to craft socks in the book.
I know. I'm just pointing out.
Now you have how to craft mittens.
Those are also in the
Specifically
book.
mittens.
Yeah, if you want some mittens or socks, they're in the book already.
Okay, but do you have how to make anklets?
Maybe that one. I don't think I have anklets. I think I have bracelets though, which are close enough to anklets.
Close enough.
See here, jewelry. I have armlets.
But that's not an anklet.
No.
That's no, that's the word that I think Zach was looking for last Saturday. Armlets.
Mm. Yeah, it
Eh,
does not
maybe.
seem I have anklets now.
You fool.
That's certainly a fair criticism there. Um,
It's just I don't really have a solution for it. It's just kind of
yeah,
something
yeah.
to like be mindful of. Because the
Mhm.
more we add of oh, you're gonna go into like a fear-based area. Oh, but I have the thing that makes it so that I circumvent fear. Aha, but I have the thing that reflects fear-based effects. And it's like, what? Huh?
Yeah, we definitely don't want to get into a Magic the Gathering style counter, 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 because it could
So
get into that game. So
more so like a comment, really.
yeah,
The longest Magic the Gathering counter chain I ever had, I think, was in a Commander game. We got to like counter number 12.
Mittens are not a monk weapon. No, they're just hand things.
the
It was
stack.
it was it was terrifying.
Yeah.
We had 12 counters on the fucking stack. It was awful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When the equipment guide does drop, though, everyone should expect a lot of requests. By the way,
No.
because armor alone is going to be something that everyone's going to be like, I need changes. I need changes. So
Okay.
Uh,
But what about people that don't wear armor?
okay. To be fair, we mean a lot of like retcon type requests because
yeah,
I
because
know, I'm
the
just making a
yeah
joke.
yeah no I'm answering legacy.
yeah, yeah. Because there's going to be changes to pretty much every magical item type. Armor is getting a major overhaul on how it's crafted and the benefits it can provide, including non-armor clothing, or armored clothing is what it's called, but clothing. Yeah. Um, so for those who don't wear armor, they have their own crafting systems to make their own fancy clothing that does stuff for them. Um, Weapons are getting a pretty big overhaul too. There's a lot of stuff. It's being changed. I imagine a lot of people are gonna be like, I had this weapon, but no longer does what it used to do. So can I get a retcon? And our answer will be like, yes. So yeah,
Well, it'll be retcon to what it's supposed to do
yeah,
technically.
yeah. But if like someone, for example, um, previously had scale mill armor, but doesn't do what they want it to do anymore because of the changes to how it's made, and they're like, hey, can I get um, this Lamilar instead? Because it has basically the same stats but slightly different. I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. Just because, the, as an example, armor now and how it's updating
Mount
provides
legacy.
um, stamina and DR, and there's a whole bunch of benefits. It's a pretty huge system change. DR is not as common, but it is a possibility. Um, I want to make sure people are aware that there will be uh, people coming to us for changes. Yeah. Let's see here. Inventory of crafted stuff? No. If it's weapons or armor, yeah, because those are getting a major overhaul. If it's basic mundane items like a backpack, no, that's not changing the current guide. It's just like if someone is wanting to change from a breastplate to a half plate, if the prices are pretty much the same, that's fine. If they aren't, then they'll have to give us more money and they can change it. Um, if they're wanting to change to like from like leather armor to plate armor, no, no, no. Basically, if it's a very similar armor type, they're free to change with the new update. But that's once it's released. That's the thing for that. As for suggestion box, Suggestion 1, easy clap. I'll update it. Suggestion 2. Regarding the updating spell research spells in the linguist feat, I'll probably be looking at that for the downtime. I'll probably be looking at that after the meeting. I don't have too much time because I really do need to do last minute prep for my game tonight. But if I can get that out as well as the quick easy change for gambling, because that's gonna take me like 5 minutes, I'll be doing that real quick, and so it should be easy. I already know what I'm planning to do, so yeah. If we're dropping days today, I want to get those changed now. I don't want people um to we're not dropping in 3 days. No, okay. I'm not gonna worry about it too much then. I thought we are dropping things today, so I was like, I needed to get all these things done.
Oh, so did I. Shit.
Yeah.
No, that's not till like Wednesday. Like, no, you're good.
Wait, I remember you said the 9th. Yeah, the 9th. What's generally okay? Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I'm a banana. It's fine. Okay, I'll have that on my radar. I'll probably be doing it Wednesday then, just because Monday. So tomorrow I classes back. I'm be going back to university for my week of classes because I have Monday through Wednesday classes. Yeah, including patch notes. For gambling, the suggestion they have already for the zero success, gain no money, all that good stuff. Take that as is. I'm going to update the wording as proper. The debt is going to be put into complications, so that one shouldn't be an issue. As for spell research, let me go and bring up the book so I can just tell you what I'm changing because I research and spells. Here we go. I'll get back to you on this because I'm going to be implementing another addition to that downtime action actually. So I'll get back to you on that. All right. Good meeting. Good meeting. Is there anything anyone else would like to bring up before I close the recording?
Stop making work for me.
Oh yeah, I still need to read all those pings and political team.
Oh my fucking god.
I haven't read any of them yet, so it's
The okay, so
well, we're still recording right now.
TLDR is easy, but I can give you the word out.
Anyways, good stuff. I'm gonna drop the recording here. Hope everyone had a good rest of their day. All that good stuff. Appreciate all the help, all the stuff that you've been helping me out with. Blah, blah, blah.